Hey you guys, so today I am showing you all how I make my press-ons. I'm going to be using, this is from a gel polish kit on Amazon. I will try to link the picture above for you all in right here if I can find it on Amazon. I got this forever ago. I mean, like forever ago. I either got it from Amazon or AliExpress, but I'm pretty sure that it's on Amazon. So I am making the acrylic the color of my gel polishes because I don't have any acrylic powder that was this specific shade. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some monomer and I'm taking about 2 to 5 drops of whatever gel polish color that you want your acrylic to come out as. And right here at first I only had 2 drops, I believe, and then I went back in and I ended up putting some more. So I'm just using this Core Natural acrylic powder from Young Nails. I chose Young Nails because it has a very, very good formula. So and it was something that I got in, I think I got the Core Natural from the first kit that I ever got from Young Nails was their core, I think it was called Core Pro Kit or something, but basically it's a starter kit and they give you like 3 acrylics, and I think that one came in it. So they give you like a white, a clear, I think, and a core, and the core is like in between a clear and a white, but more so clear. So I just decided to use this, and I added a little bit more of the gel polish, like I said, to make it more pigmented. So the more gel polish that you add to your monomer, the more pigmented is going to be, the more opaque it's going to come out. So that was good enough for me right there, and I ended up going with that shade. And so I'm just dipping my brush in my monomer and then taking it straight out of the colored monomer and putting it on and dipping it into some acrylic powder. And that, you guys, is how you can pretty much make your own acrylic shade. So if you don't have a shade right then and there and you just don't have time, but you have a color polish that can make that shade, or you can mix some colors and some gel polishes to make that shade, then go ahead and do that. There are so many different alternatives that you can do versus having to buy a whole bunch of acrylics. Gel polish is obviously cheaper. You can get it in packs, and yeah, you can just go ahead and put it in your monomer. Now, I do suggest that you use a little bit of monomer, so get small, tiny dapping dishes like the one that I'm using to the side, so that you won't be wasting any monomer, and just put a little bit, and if you need to add more, then add more to it. And as you can see, it went on perfectly. It dried perfectly. It dried just as it would on as any regular acrylic powder. So now I'm taking a second separate one, and I'm just, as you can see, I'm just adding a little bit of monomer, and I'm taking another color. This is like a hot pink kind of, but it's not going to come out as a hot pink just because I did not add too much of the gel polish. So right here, I'm just adding 2 little drops, and I mix that up. And I think I do go back and add a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that I went back and added more just to make it a little bit more opaque. Basically doing the same exact thing that I did with the first one. And you guys, the colors came out really, really cute. I love pink and green together. Like, pink and green are like sorority colors. So they always, y'all know that they match. So they always go together. They always look super, super bomb. And yeah, so I did add a little bit more. So all in all, I added 4 drops, I believe 4 or 5 drops each for each color. And this ended up giving me the color that I wanted to, the opacity. Is it opacity or opacity? I don't know, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. But y'all know what I'm talking about. It gave me what I needed. So I went ahead and I stuck with that color. And I ended up doing a little ombre, you guys. Now, y'all know I am not the best at ombre, but these ombres actually came out pretty decent. And the reason that they came out better than any other ombre that I've done is because of the acrylic powder that I'm using. Y'all have to use and invest in good acrylic powder. I know I used to say when I was a super beginner, I used to say it doesn't really matter about the acrylic powder, but yes, y'all, it really does. Like, it really does matter what kind of acrylic powder that you're using to get a flawless foundation. Now, my foundation is still not flawless just because I am still working on my foundation and application. However, Young Nails is a great brand to start off with. That is what that was my very first kit, I think. I think my very first kit was either Todds Ln or Young Nails. But in my very first nail, I actually did with a form, and I probably don't have that picture anymore. But y'all, when I tell y'all, it was bomb. Like, you would have never known that was my first nail ever. Like, you would have never, ever known. And I don't know how I did that, but it came out so bomb. Like, the apex was bomb. Everything was bomb. And everybody was like, what in the world? Like, how did you do that on your first nail? And I'm like, y'all, I really don't know. Like, I don't know. And after that first nail, it was a little downhill from there. But anyway... I'm going ahead and I'm just ombreing. If I have to use more of the yellow lime hot bling type green, then I will. I'm using the Todds Ln clear acrylic powder. Y'all know I really like this clear acrylic powder, okay? Like, I really like it. So far, it has done me great. It's like really clear for me. I have not compared it side by side to Mia's Secret or any other clear acrylic brand that I usually use. But so far, I really like it. It was super cheap. I think you get 4.3 ounces for $9, you guys. And this is on Amazon. I've linked it in another video. But yeah, just search Todds Ln clear acrylic powder on Amazon and it will pop right up for you guys. But I really do recommend it. It's easy to work with. And it doesn't have a super dry slowing time. So... it's not really like the other Todds Ln acrylic powders that I've used before. Now we are going ahead and we are taking some fruities. And y'all, this was like the biggest mistake that I made on this whole set. This nail actually ended up coming out super lumpy. And I just left it like that and did not do the nail over because I still liked how it looked. I just should not have used these what are they, fruit things, because they were like really bulky and thick. So the next time I will for sure try to find me some stickers, some fruit stickers, or maybe fruit water decals. But I will never use these again because, as you can see, they don't even lay flat. And there's no way for you to lay them flat because they are not paper. They are like a plastic, a really thick plastic. And yeah, I don't know if I got these off of Shein or if I got them off of AliExpress. I'm pretty sure that I got this pack off of AliExpress, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I could have even got it from Made in China. I'm not sure. I can't remember where I got these from, but do not recommend for this style of nails. Now, I got the idea from V Nailed It, and I will link a picture of her work right here of what I got it from. But that is what I was kind of getting my inspo for this nail from. And the other nail inspos came from Top Beauty, and I will link a picture of that when we get to those nails of what I got a little bit of inspo for this design for. I obviously used different colors, and I did ombre where they did not, but I was just watching videos like the past few days, and I was like, oh my God, those were the two cutest nails that I saw, that I was like, ooh, I should do some bright nails like that. So that's what I ended up doing. And as you can see, the fruit nail actually came out really cute. It was just lumpy from different angles, and y'all will see it when I'm turning my hand back and forth, like how lumpy it really was. But it still looked very cute, so I just kept it and decided not to redo it. Now, if I was doing somebody else's nails, I definitely would have redone that nail somehow, some way, and I would not have probably used those. I probably would have found, if I had some stickers instead, and just like did a little lighter layer of the green and then capped it with clear so that you could still see the stickers. But yeah. But right here on this pinky, on the pinky and the pointer, no, is it the pinky? Yeah, the pinky and the pointer, I decided to do marble. So that is what you see me doing on this hand. And as you can tell, the marble is not super overpowering, just because the shades of color that I'm using are not super deep in color and opaque. So I just did like a slight little marble, and I did the same thing on the pointer finger. And at the end, I will add a little touches to it because it just was like too plain. And I decided not to add any bling to this set, you guys. So I was trying to force myself not to do bling. And so that's why I ended up adding the little tie-dye effect at the end, because if it wasn't that, it was going to be some bling nails. So I'm trying to venture out and not do so much bling, but I know on my next video I'm probably going to revert back to bling, just because I already missed it, like one video in, and I already missed doing bling. So my son's birthday was this past weekend, and that is why I couldn't post as much as I wanted to over the weekend. However, it was super worth it. It was so fun. Like, y'all, when I say we had so much fun, like the adults rode the rides as well. And y'all, I think we had more fun than the kids had fun. I had did my hair the night before. Like, I washed it, I retwisted it, and it was looking real cute the night before and half that day. And then they have this little water ride, this little water, I don't know, shoot thing. I don't know what you call it, but it was super fun. And I ended up getting stuck under like that little waterfall thing. And y'all, my hair was like done for. It was a waste of time even doing my hair. I don't even know why I was trying to get cute for a kid's party. But y'all know I always got to look cute at a party, because you never know where those pictures might end up, okay? But yeah, it was super fun, you guys. And my son had a blast. Like, all his friends came. All his friends from class came, and yeah, it was really a good time, you guys. If you are ever in Virginia and you go to Williamsburg, Virginia, there is a place called Go-Karts Plus, I think it's called. That's where we went, and it was super fun. I think our next little venture is going to be Water Country or Busch Gardens, because we love to get on rides and we love water parks and all that jazz. So my son is going to learn how to swim this summer, and hopefully I won't be like so scared of him getting on water stuff at Water Country, because Water Country really scares me for kids. Like, I don't know what it is. Even though they have life jackets, that wave pool and all that, I'm over there having a heart attack. Like, I cannot take my eye off my baby when we are at a water park. But Busch Gardens and stuff, like the rides, my son is scary when it comes to rides anyway, so he's not even gonna be pressed to get on no roller coaster. Like, I kind of force him to get on the roller coasters because I'm like a adrenaline junkie, and he is not. He is very chill. He is very much an old man deep down inside. So yeah, that's how that goes when we were at the parks. He wants to just get on the he likes the little fun parks where they just have like the water splashing and stuff. So yeah, he's such an old man, y'all. My son is like an old man. But anyway, we had super fun this weekend, and 4th of July is coming up. I have no idea what we're doing for that. I know it's going to be a cookout somewhere. We might be going to Charleston, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's going on. We have so much to do. I'm taking a trip to Houston soon. I want to take a trip to Houston soon, and I want to go to the Dynamic Nail Supply store and go visit them. I might end up recording it. I don't know when we are going to be doing that, though, because my wife's work schedule is like in the way. But we wanted to go to Houston anyway because we have a whole bunch of food restaurants to go to. We've been listing them, and I'm just patiently waiting because when I travel, the first thing on my mind is food. I need to know where the lit food places are. If y'all have ever been to Houston and y'all suggest any places to eat, please, please, please list them below, because I literally write stuff down and I look at the reviews, and those, I end up going to those places. So if you have any suggestions, if you've ever been to Houston and you know a really, really good food place, please let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, so we're going there. And I also, I have a whole series that I want to do. I can't tell y'all what it is, but it involves, I can't even tell y'all that. I just have a whole series that I want to do soon. And yeah, it involves traveling. That's all I can say. It involves traveling, and I'm going to be vlogging it, but it does have to do with nails. So anyway, that is something to look forward to in the near future. Hopefully I can start by the end of the year if my wife gets her schedule together, because I want her to come with me, obviously. But if she can't for the first few times, then I will be traveling alone. But yeah, you guys, I just have so much in the works for my YouTube channel. And I mean, it was stuff that I was going to do regardless, but I feel like if I can record it and post it, then why not? So yeah, right here, let me get back to the video. I always veer off and start blabbing about my personal life. But anyway, we are just going ahead and filing. There was not too much filing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I completely forgot to tell y'all, these are press-ons. These are going to be press-ons, and let me tell you how. So before I even started this whole thing, I went ahead and I put my tips on. I did not show this in the video because I think I showed it on my last one or the one before that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I will show a full in-depth video of how I do this, but right now I'm just going to tell you. So these are just regular square tips. I put them on the very, very edge of my nail, you guys, the very, very tip of my nail, as far to the tip as I can go without it, for it to stick. And then after I do that, I go ahead and I put the Holo Taco base on the rest of my nail that is not covered by the tip. Now, the Holo Taco base is a peely base, and I got it from holotaco.com. It is this peely base that I always use, and I've showed you all in previous videos before, but it is called Holo Taco, Holo Taco, and I think it's just .com. And you can get the peely base. It's called a peely base from there. Side note, right here, I am using my 501 bit. If you do not have a 501 bit, I always in every video suggest that you get one. They are life. You have to have one in your kit. I do have them available on my website. My website is linked in the bio if you are trying to purchase one. This one right here is actually mine, and I am using that one. And I also have nail caps or dust caps, which are the little pink things that you see on my e-file, and that prevents dust from getting in your e-file, and it keeps the longevity of your e-file going. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So after I put the tips on, I use the Holo Taco. I let the Holo Taco air dry because it is not UV LED curing. So I let it air dry, and then I put another coat of the Holo Taco peely base on. It's just like a top coat or base coat or whatever you want to call it. It's just a little more liquidy, and it air dries. It does not dry under the light. So I do that, and then I just simply go ahead and apply the acrylic as you would any other acrylic full set. So that is how you do that. And as you can see, they're not popping up right now, but sometimes they will like start to pop up at the cuticle area. But this set was actually okay. Like it wasn't popping up. I wasn't having any issues with any of that. And yeah, I don't know why it wasn't, but I was glad. But because sometimes it will peel off so easily that they just start to pop up while you're doing your nails. And I hate that. Like, I hate it because then it's hard for me to apply the acrylic and all that and file, but it was not giving me any issues. So yeah, that is what I do. And I do have a clip in here towards the end where I show you guys exactly how they pop off. And once they pop off, you can reuse them as press-ons, and they fit your nail to a T. Like, they fit your nail perfectly. So nobody will ever know. I mean, ever know that they're press-ons, you guys. So now I'm going ahead, and after I file, I'm going ahead and I'm applying some cuticle oil. And I use this Young Nails cuticle oil because I do not use this on my cuticles at the end. I use my cuticle oil, which I also have on my website. Again, it's linked in the bio or the description box. I'm sorry. So I'm going ahead and I'm using this Young Nails buffer. And I'm just buffing up the nails. It's a dual-sided file and buffer that I got also in the core kit. If you are a beginner, I highly suggest that you get the Young Nails core kit. It's $104 or $105, I think. But it's so worth it, you guys. Like, I promise you, it's so worth it for beginners. The only thing that they don't provide that is of good quality is the brush. The brush sucks. But other than that, everything is great. So we're going ahead, and now we are, after buffing, I wiped my nails off. I washed my hands, and I cleaned the nails off with alcohol before doing this. So I'm just taking this little thin brush that I got off of AliExpress. And it's been doing me good, honestly. I've had no issues with it. I'm sure there are better brushes out there, better striper brushes out there, but this one does me fine. I started off with the Perfect White by Madam Glam, and there was nothing wrong with that, but I did not put a base coat down, so everything was going on kind of like raggedy and just uneven. The lines were not even, and I could not make a straight line to save my life, which is already a problem anyway. So I just went ahead and I top coated all the nails first, and then I end up going back with the gel polish, and y'all will see that in a second. So, of course, I accidentally cut this out, but I went ahead and I used the Madam Glam to make this this V cut right here. And I'm going ahead and I am applying pigments to the Madam Glam gel polish. Now, obviously, this is after I cured it. Now, let me tell you, I have the worst time with pigments. They never work for me. And I finally figured out why during this video. So, okay. The Madam Glam polish is not a sticky layer. Like, after you cure it, it does not leave a tacky layer. So if a polish does not leave a tacky layer, the pigments are not going to adhere to anything. So that is rule number one. Try to get a polish that actually has a tacky layer, or when you are curing, do not fully cure the polish. Just cure it for about 10 to 15 seconds and it will actually stick. So that was two of my mistakes. So I saw that it wasn't sticking, so I went ahead with the iGel Beauty top coat, and I used this because I know for a fact that this top coat is not a non-wipe top coat. So you do have to wipe it. You have to wipe this top coat to get rid of the tacky layer, but the tacky layer is what I needed in order for the pigments to adhere to it. So I went ahead and I just put some iGel Beauty top coat on top of the area that I needed to place the pigments. So I only cured this for about 15 seconds. I did not fully cure it at all. It was no need to, really, because I was just going to put it under the light after I put the pigments on. But once I did that, I noticed how much better the pigments were sticking. Now you're going to notice the pigments sticking more because it's going to be a lot more pigmented. So you see how the color is so much more vibrant now? That's how you know that it's sticking. And I went ahead and I used this bright orange, this hot pink, and this like lime yellow, or I don't know what, fluorescent yellow. I don't know what yellow you call that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. So I went ahead and I used that. I honestly, after looking back, I feel like I could have done without the orange. And initially I was only supposed to be doing the pointer finger and the ring finger just like this with this design. But since it was kind of throwing the other nails off, I decided to go ahead and add these same colors to the tips of my thumb and my thumb, my middle finger, and I believe the other 3 fingers, if I'm not mistaken. And so that just kind of brought it all together versus just having the pointer finger and the ring and the pinky finger done like that. So right here I end up taking I think I had switched to, I'm pretty sure I had switched to the other gel polish, the other white gel polish that comes in that same kit that I was using the initial gel polishes from to tint my monomer. And this I knew for sure was a tacky layer after it's cured. So that is why I switched to that one, because I know for a fact that those gel polishes have tacky layers after cured, and you do have to wipe them so that nothing else sticks to them. So these lines were actually super hard for me to get straight. Like the V was super hard for me to get straight. My line going from the top to coming down to the right is always easier than the right side of my finger. So anyway, I also skipped this part. I don't know what my camera was doing. I think my phone had died at this point because I didn't even have my phone fully charged before I started recording, which was dumb of me. But I went ahead and I put the pigments on. I also had to do the same exact thing with this. I had to put the eye gel beauty top coat on so that it could stick. But it was fine, honestly. It didn't give me any troubles after I knew what to do. So I just ended up doing a little ombre of all 3 colors on the tips of that. And I thought it brought it all together. And I only showed this nail of me top coating because that's pretty much all I had to do. Like this set was honestly super easy. The only part that was hard to me was the actual V-cut lines. Those took me forever to do. I'm just not good at straight lines. But this is how they came out, you guys. I thought they were super cute. Please ignore the background of my nail room. It is just junky. It has all my inventory in it, so stuff is just everywhere. But these are how they came out. I thought they were super, super, super cute. Now I'm going to be showing you all how to pop them off. This is how easily they pop off. They just simply pop up, because the only part that is actually adhered to my real nail is the tip. The very, very tip is adhered to my real nail with nail glue. So the easiest way to do this is to put your nail underneath and it just slides right off. Like y'all saw how simple that is. It literally just pops right off. No damage to your real nail at all. Now, if you are having trouble getting them off, like I'm going to have trouble getting it off on my ring finger and my pinky finger, I don't suggest doing what I did. However, this was just for video purposes. I went ahead and I took a cuticle pusher and I just slid it under my nail, which kind of hurt a little bit, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurt a little bit. So don't do that. If you feel any tenderness or pressure, just stop what you're doing. Get a small Q-tip or get something that is small that can be wet and get some acetone and put it under your nail at the tip of your nail, and it's going to loosen the nail glue for you, and it should just pop right off. Now, I should have done that in this video to show you all, but I didn't think of it until after the fact. But now that I've sat and thought about it, that's all you have to do. Literally, all you have to do is get a Q-tip or something, and right there where you see my cuticle pusher just was under the nail at the very, very tip, just wet the Q-tip with some acetone and just swipe it underneath a little bit, and that will loosen up the glue to where your tip and your natural nail meet. So, and then it will just pop right off because the rest of the nail is not secured at all. It had the peely base on it. So that is why you saw it lift up the way it did. I don't know why this wasn't in the picture, but yeah, you guys, this is how I pop them off. And after you're done popping them off, then once they come right off, you would file the underneath if you want to replace them back on, and you'll just, you know, kind of file the top of the nails. And yeah, you can pop them right back on with some nail glue, and that is it, you guys. Like, that's exactly how I do my press-ons. I go ahead and do that method so that they can fit perfectly on my nails when I'm ready to put them on, and nobody will ever know that they're press-ons. Because you know how some press-ons kind of look like press-ons at the cuticle area, because some people just don't know how to shape them. But if you are looking for a different way to do them, this is how I do mine. This is how I make mine look so realistic and like they're coming straight out of my cuticle area. That is how I do it, and I just want to show you all exactly how it's done. So this is what they look like afterwards. And again, I just file them to place them back on. And this is how they look if they were placed back on, you guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was super, super fun to do. I have a poll up on my community post, and I want to know what color set y'all will want me to do later today. So I'm going to look at the post, and I'm going to see which colors have the most likes, and that is going to be the color that I'm going to do today, and I'm going to make that video for y'all after this one. So I hope I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.